Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of JAZS Chronicles. Tonight, our queen Afrier is out tonight, Miss Sharon. She will be back on next Tuesday, so don't worry, she will be back. So it's just us guys tonight. So what's going on with you, Zeke?
Hey man, just had a great day. Sucking up all this pollen. Uh,
Oh, right, you should be fine.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm well pollinated. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
you look swollen.
Yeah, I feel like it. I feel like I'm well pollinated and probably greatly hated. But hey, man, it was a great day. I feel good.
Right.
Yeah, it was
Well,
good.
good.
What about your day? You had a good day?
Yeah, today was it went by pretty fast. Today was workers work. So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
went by pretty
yeah.
fast. I could have thought of a million other places to be, but
Absolutely,
those
absolutely.
places don't pay the bills.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, don't pay the
Uh,
bills.
Not at all. Not at all. Is this how you dealing with the daylight saving time?
Well, I really don't care for daylight savings time.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
it when it gets darker earlier. You
yeah.
know, I like it when it gets darker earlier. So I kind of be breathing through these months and waiting for the month to come back where it goes back, where we fall
What they
back.
go back?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm not.
some people it's good. Some people it's good when you need to work a little later, you know what I'm saying? If you're still working, you know.
Right.
It's according on your shift and what you do. But yeah, I'm with you on that though.
Mhm. I think a lot of it is when my philosophy about it is like when daylight saving times come, people have enough. When it's daylight outside, they got enough time to get into more trouble.
Exactly.
When it's dark, they
Absolutely.
go in and stuff like that. So I
Some of
kind
them
of
will
like
go in, right.
some will,
Right.
yeah. Some don't matter when it is, they still gonna get in trouble.
They gonna get it. They gonna get
Hmm.
it.
Did you talk to Sharon? Did Sharon call you today? Talk to Sharon. She said she was gonna
I
call.
I have not talked to her. I
She
meant
wanted
to
to
call her really.
apologize for her absence tonight.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work. But yeah, okay.
Yeah,
No problem. I said no apologies.
you
How
said
she
that's
be
not
getting?
gonna
How she be getting me?
work. Right. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, tonight we have a wonderful guest tonight, Mr. Enrico Dale Sherman. He will be coming on shortly. He was just trying to get situated, so he'll be on in just a second. So we're just gonna kind of just hang around until he gets on, then we will get started with the show.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
how was your weekend?
Whew. I work, man. I just work, and just trying to. You know how it is. Me, and you, and all the rest of us with our parents, just trying to
Yeah,
wrap our brain around getting them situated. You know what I'm saying? I guess
right.
that's the main thing. And try not to put too anything in front of them, but doing what we
Exactly,
got to do.
exactly.
Yeah,
Hello,
yeah.
Mr. Sherman. How are you?
Mr. Dale.
Hey, I'm doing well.
Good, good. Are we okay? You want to just wait till you get settled, or can we go ahead and start?
Well, I got about maybe 2 minutes from
Okay,
I kind of reach my location where I'm sitting still, so we can do a little small talk for about 2 minutes if y'all desire.
that's great. That's great. No
Oh,
problem.
yeah.
No problem.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
How was your day, man?
Man, listen, it was extremely busy. This is actually a great week. My mortgage company is actually in a small merger with another mortgage company out of Memphis. So we've been over training all of the staff to make sure that we can make this as smooth as possible. So it's been
Right.
a great day. This is day two of training, and so I've been teaching processing of mortgage lending and loan officers for mortgage lending. So um, we just finished that up, and so it's a great day, excellent day,
Well, good.
busy but
Great,
excellent.
great. Good to
Busy is
hear.
always good.
Good to hear some good news.
Oh yeah.
Good to
Right.
hear good news. Absolutely. Yeah, you
So
guys you've been pretty well pollinated up there. I was telling Anthony I've been got pollinated pretty good down here.
well, now I'm in Memphis, Tennessee, so it's been raining pretty much off and on all day. So that
Oh,
kind of
really?
keeps that pollen
Oh, that's
at bay. That's what you need is the water to
oh
wash it on away.
that was good,
So
man. That's what we needed.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, for
100%.
sure. For sure.
It's been
So
raining kind of off and on in my area down here.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah,
We
we've
got
been
little We get a drizzle here and there every blue, but not enough to. It's still. You'll still see a pollen cloud. So we hadn't got enough to, yeah, dampen it. So yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yep.
I'm just trying to let people know on Facebook that we are live in the other platform.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
That's
I think I'm pulling up
that's
to my spot now.
Facebook. Let me do Instagram.
I want to thank all the viewers tonight. Y'all come on. We thank you. Got a great show lined up for you guys. We appreciate you. Appreciate you guys watching. Got some great content for you.
Okay. I posted it on Instagram. Let me do the other one. And I will be set to go. There you go. Okay. Now, great. Okay. So all that's done. So I've notified all our platforms that we are live now. Let me click off that. Click off that. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm at my location, so I'm ready to
Okay.
officially start whenever you all are.
Well, let me get started. Okay. So tonight's episode is titled Home Ownership, the Key Factor from Credit to Closing. We're diving into one of the most important financial milestones many people dream about, owning a home. Joining us tonight is a seasoned professional with over 2 decades of experience in the mortgage industry, Enrico Dale Sherman, CEO, broker of First Financial Mortgage Capital LLC, and founder, chief visionary of Sherman Agency and Associates. Tonight, we're breaking down the real journey to home ownership, from understanding your credit to navigating the mortgage process and ultimately reaching the closing table. If you've ever wondered what it truly takes to become a homeowner, this is a conversation you don't want to miss. We welcome Enrico Dale Sherman to the show. Good evening, Mr. Sherman. How are you?
Hey, thank you
Good
guys
evening.
so much
Good evening.
for the opportunity, and we really
Mhm.
appreciate what you all guys are doing. And we had a brief moment, a couple of days in a row to kind of just kind of take a look at you guys, man. So I'm super excited for you all, and
Okay.
man, we're just gonna really be praying that y'all have great success in you all's platform and in the space that you all are thriving in. And man, I just honor you guys and appreciate what you guys are doing.
Well, thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much. And
you.
thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming on.
Exactly. We
Hmm.
appreciate it. We appreciate it, Dale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a space kind of hard to navigate, but it takes consistency. And I think when
Right.
anything you do, it takes consistency. So we're here for the long haul.
That's it.
Right. Right.
We're here
100%.
for the long haul. So,
That's it.
Mr. Sherman, I don't know how if you want to get started with however you want to go. We do have questions from viewers that we will ask later
Okay.
on in the show, or we can do those first, however you want to do it. But I kind of would like for you to give them a background on yourself,
Okay.
get them acquainted with you.
Well, thank you so much once again for this space and this opportunity. So,
Hmm.
my name is Dale Sherman, Enrico Dale Sherman. I normally go by Dale, but Enrico is fine. That's what Mama called me. So,
Mm.
all of that is fine. But we normally go by Dale. Man, we've been have the opportunity, man, to be in mortgage lending since October of '99. October of '99, and so we started. I was living in a small place called Magnolia, Arkansas, but we were able to open up our first branch over in Texarkana, on the Texas side. So it's Texarkana, Texas, and then we just kind of migrated to several places, and so we're blessed now to have several locations, and you know, we just been going strong for right at about 26, 27 years, and so just
Congratulations.
helping people. Man, I just had a passion to try to just help our people in home ownership.
Mhm.
Ironically, I knew that I wanted to be in this space since about the 8th or ninth grade in high school. I knew I wanted to be in this space, but just like so many other opportunities, the opportunity wasn't presenting itself to our neighborhoods and to our race, and so it just wasn't a whole lot of opportunities and doors opening up for us, and just kind of stayed steadfast. And in about maybe September, July, September, October of '99, the door opened for me um, to kind of step foot in this space. And then at that point in time, I didn't really need anybody to ring the bell for me. I just dived all the way in. I jumped all the way in. Steve Harvey talked about just jumping off the cliff. In
Mhm.
October of '99, I had a music industry, a music business that I had a music store that I was owning and operating in 1999. I closed it down in 2 days and I had the building empty in a period of 2 days because this opportunity opened up. So I didn't
Wow.
have to be coerced into it, and I jumped in. And every day since then, I've been learning a lot of ups and downs. Um, it's
Mhm.
a forever learning industry. And so it's a forever learning industry. And so throughout the years, the one thing, gentlemen, that I have learned, the one thing that I have learned, if it's nothing else said tonight, that if you want to be a homeowner, you truly can.
Yeah.
I say this all the time. If the only reason, if there's no reason to be renting now, unless that's your
Mm.
choice. That's your
Absolutely.
choice. No reason to be renting right now unless that's 100% what you choose to do. And guess what? Some people choose to rent it. They don't want to be in ownership. They don't want to. They don't want the responsibilities of it. And so, you know, if that's your choice, that's fine. But if it's your choice that you want to be in a home ownership, then that can happen. It's not any more excuses to do that. There's enough programs out here now, enough things. There's enough things in place now that can help any situation. So let me say that again. It's enough things in place right now that can help any situation that you're in.
Absolutely.
Credit, debt to income, money down, all of that. It
Yeah.
is enough things in place to help any situation that you're in. The only thing that you got to really do now is have a true want for it. I
Right.
tell my clients, I can put you in a house, but I can't want it worse than what I
Mhm.
can't want it more than what you wanted.
Right.
Absolutely.
And so, other than
Absolutely.
that, that's what we're doing, and we most certainly can put people in homes.
Well, let me just say something because I know I've heard a lot of times that people, and I'm just going to say this in our community because I mean I hadn't
Hmm.
heard it in probably said, but in our community, I know a lot of people kind of down people for renting instead of buying. Like that's a big kind of stigma there, you know, because I've heard people in conversations saying
It is.
calling people crazy and stupid and you wasting your money, you're throwing your money away, you renting stuff. And my thing is it's a personal choice. You don't tell me what to do
Yep.
with my money. It's a personal
Right.
choice. Now, investment wise, I understand that. But if that's something I like you just said that I truly don't want, then you shouldn't be taunting me because I'm not owning a home and you are.
Well,
Or
yeah, 100%. And you know, so it's pros and cons to everything in life. It's
yeah,
pros and cons to everything like. Now I choose to be in ownership and home ownership, and so quite naturally I can give you all of the opinion of my pros
of course.
or what I think is a pro.
Hmm.
But you know, it's some pros to renting. I mean, and for some people, not Dale Sherman, not Tacoma Hempstead, but it's
Mhm.
some people that think they have pros to renting, and so I ain't really in the space to discuss that because I believe in home ownership. But you know, some people, and once again, if that's your philosophy, then more power to you. All I'm saying that if you want to be in
Right.
home ownership, all of the excuses and all of the barriers and all of the hurdles can be eliminated
Right.
if you
Absolutely.
want to be in
That's what
home
you want.
ownership.
Right.
And so
Right.
that's
Absolutely.
all I'm saying. So I'm not down in anybody that chooses to rent.
Yeah.
But for those of you that wants to be in home ownership and for years you wanted to blame it on someone else or the industry or what they won't let you have, I'm just here tonight to tell you all of that can be eliminated. Them hurdles can be jumped over, dug under, went around, or we simply just go through it. But we can get you on the other side of that hurdle.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And and I'm with you on that. Like I said, I understand both sides. You know what I'm saying? I understand, but like I said, home ownership is to me has been a great help. Dale's been a great help to me, and we've been knowing each other a long time. We crossed a lot of hurdles together, and we did a whole lot together. I seen him. I watched him grow. I watched him grow like a from a vine to a
Yeah,
rose or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So we just thank God for you tonight, and whatever He puts
I
on your heart to speak with us,
yeah.
and and
Yeah,
just
I tell this all the time. It's true, but it's funny, and it served a purpose because it taught me a lot, and everything is um everything has its purpose and its place. But I joke a lot of time because when I met Zacomo Hempstead, Zacomo cost me a whole office and building and everything. His loan cost me a whole office space, a building, a partnership, and everything. But it was meant to be. Now that is true, brother Tony. That's true. I am joking about that, but that is 100%. I'm sorry, 1,000% true.
thousand.
His loan broke up a whole business.
Oh God.
Yeah, yeah, real talk, real talk. His loan. Let me say that again, because his loan broke up a whole business, a whole relationship, a business partnership. I had to go the next day and bag my truck up and move everything out the office because of Zacomo Hempstead loan. But that was meant to be. I learned a lot, and it what it did though, brother Tony, was forge a true friendship because
Right.
he and his family has forever been friends of mine since that day, and
Right.
we've been up and down and had the opportunity to partner on several endeavors since that day. So
Great.
that was meant to be, and I really honestly thank God for Zacomo and his family.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter, my passion for the Hempstead family and what the Hempsteads was going through at that time, and how I was able to help them, I was willing, and I don't hold no grudge, and it was an honor for me to walk away from a business at that time to help him and his family get a home, and that's what
Right.
I did.
Well, good. Well,
And
good.
so, so that,
That's
but that
remarkable.
being said, once again, fellas, if nothing else, I want the listening audience to know that if you desire home ownership, it can truly happen now. And
Yeah.
let me say this: it doesn't have to be a lengthy period of time. Let me give you a few examples for someone that back in the day we called it toe up from the floor up. So for someone toe up from the floor up, credit
Right.
wise, income wise, my average time is 4 months. So if your credit that bad, and I can tell you, but listen, in 120 days, you're gonna be a homeowner. That's not just a long length of time when you've been renting for 20 years.
Yeah.
What's 4 more months?
True.
Absolutely.
So my model right now is we either give you an approval
On the
or we give you a plan. That's what you
right.
get from our no denials is in my office.
Okay.
You get an approval or a plan. And then guess what? I got a team that helps you walk through that plan. Because even though you're on a plan, life keep happening that
Mm,
sometimes knocked you off that plan that we just put
that's
you
it.
on. We put you on the plan, but the refrigerator went out.
Right.
Mm,
We put you on the plan, but the alternator went out. So our plans are adjustable. and we have people to encourage and even walk you through the plan. So you're still not by yourself with your plan.
Right.
You can be a homeowner if that's what you choose.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Let me go in here let me pull some of these questions.
Now, Dale, I know we're on mostly mortgage. Are you still doing life insurance also?
Yeah, we are. Yes, sir. 100%. So, and that's, at the end of the day, that's just real important. And this is what I sell on life. And so we specialize, Tony, also in life insurance. And I just learned
Okay.
that even to segue from what we're talking about, my opportunities in life. I started as a car salesman. I guess anybody in the financial world may have spent some time doing that a little bit. But as a car salesman, then I went into mortgage lending. And then 7 years ago, I was able to open up a life insurance company as well. And so here's the thing on that, fellas. It's going to be some people that never own a home.
Right.
It's going to be some people that chooses to never own a car. They don't want to respond. They are Uber, cab, subway, whatever means. But my thoughts and belief that everyone is going to need that life insurance. We all going to get out of here one day. So whether you are ever a homeowner, never want a car, we're going to have to get out of here one day. And I think that life insurance is most needed for everyone.
So what do you think about, because that's still a big gap
Absolutely.
with people with life insurance not having life insurance.
Dale, what are some of the strongholds you had just getting into the mortgage business, from going from, like you said, from the car business to this and that, and then going into the mortgage? What are some of your roadblocks that you had or hurdles you had
Okay.
to jump?
All right. So Mr. Tony, don't forget your questions.
Okay, I
Mr.
won't.
Tony was asking a question as well. All
Who are you?
right. But
Okay.
to answer that, so when I came into mortgage lending, it was not that many hurdles. When I came in, the only hurdle at that time, for lack of better words, was just racism. When I came in, far as the licensing and um, the education of it, that hurdle wasn't there. It was just the individuals, sometime of a different persuasion, that then want us in real estate and mortgage lending and mortgage banking. Now in 2009 and 10, so a lot of the loans changed, and Frank Dodd came into it. And then after that, you tremendously had to be tested and licensed and all of that. But I was kind of grandfathered at that point in time into a lot of things that was already going. And then I even went and took some of the testing, but I had already been working in the industry at that point for right at about 10 years. So I was blessed, and I was able to walk through and breathe through testing, because I had been in the industry every day. The testing is real tough if you're coming in and had not worked in the industry at all. So so I didn't have a lot of hurdles of coming into the industry, getting licensed and getting certified to do it. Just like all businesses, the hardship is keeping your doors open.
Yeah.
The overhead and closing of the business and stuff. And then all business is about people. And so some people don't want to see you successful, and they will do a lot of things, especially in our race, let's be honest, in ours, they don't want to see us succeed. So sometimes it's our own people, the ones we're trying to help the most, that can be a great help in trying to be a help to your downfall. So just being prayerful and being wise to who we allow in our space is, it's very important. So you just have to just keep your eyes open, forever learning, and just make sure your hand is in the master's hand.
That's it.
Absolutely.
That's it. You said a mouthful. You said a mouthful. But what I was going to say was about that life insurance, not to just get off in that.
Can you hear him, Dale?
Yeah, I can hear him. Yeah, I am well.
Can you
Okay,
hear
I
me?
can't hear you, Tony.
You don't want to hear me. That's what
Huh.
He said you don't want to hear him. I'll be the middleman right now. He said you don't want to hear him.
Yeah,
I know he said something slick.
He need to do his pre-needs. That's why he don't want to hear me.
The world.
But I was going to ask the question that people are just make a statement. Like with life insurance, I know we still have an issue in our community with people getting life insurance, because there are so many people at the end of life that they're doing like these GoFundMe's or these charity events and stuff to get their loved ones buried, or they're now opting more for cremations because it's cheaper. But as far as them taking care of their business beforehand, I still see it to be a very, very big issue in our community.
100%, Mr. Tony. You nailed that right on the head. You couldn't have really said that or stated that any better. Statistics still show that it's about right at 88% of our race that are still not covered, don't have anything.
Right.
88%. So what that means is every 10 people that we run across, ain't about 2 that's covered.
Right.
The other 8, and let me say this, I'm gonna go on. Can I be blunt on here?
Very.
Please, sir.
The other 8 is lying like hell. Because our race is too proud of a race to let people know they don't have a business fixed.
That's it.
So we'll go around saying I'm Gucci, I'm straight, I got all this, and now your family doing a GoFundMe or selling fish or chicken, or putting your picture on a jar at the service station.
That part.
Come on, man.
And so I tell all of my agents, life insurance is not about selling. It's about educating and trying to find a way to allow people to be comfortable enough with you to finally say, man, I ain't got nothing. Go on, give me a quote. Man, I ain't.
Exactly.
Man, come on, give me a quote. And so, because honestly, let's just be real now. Who over 18 don't know what life insurance is and what it's for?
Right.
So we know what life insurance is. We know what it is for. And now it's enough education to teach you that if you only got it on your job, when you quit, retire, get fired, that job go out of business, you don't have that.
It's gone.
So it's enough information out there now that and it's sad to say, it's just a choice, a way of life or a choice that you don't want to spend $20, $25 a month. We blow that.
Yeah, you do.
Absolutely.
We blow that.
Yeah.
Right,
and I think a lot of people, some people don't get it because it's an issue a topic they don't want to discuss.
Right.
Like death is something people don't want to discuss. It's gonna happen regardless.
Right. Okay. So let me say this. It's 4 things that I teach my agents. And if you cannot answer these 4 questions, then you're not going to be successful in this industry. Number 1, you got to be able to answer or have a conversation with individuals that's telling you, I'm Gucci, I'm straight, I already have it. Now we call it rebuttals, but if you ain't able to dig a little bit more, and I tell people I'm digging because at the end of the day, whether it's with me or not, I want you to have something.
Right.
And so I'm digging. So if you can't have a conversation about when someone tell you, I already got it, I'm Gucci, I'm straight, and the way I answer that, I'm not combative on that. So I just tell them congratulations. When somebody tell me they got insurance, my next line is congratulations. But I immediately follow that up with, okay, so where do you have it on your job? Because most people gonna say, yeah, I got it on my job. If they got it other places, they're gonna tell you right off the top, I got it on my job and I got it somewhere else. Okay. And they may be in that 12% of people that do have it. They may be in that. But it's my job to educate you or to let you know, because remember, it ain't selling, it's educating. So it's my job to educate you. If you do have it, congratulations. I'm glad to know you got it on your job. Is that the only place you have it? Because when you quit, retire, get fired, that job go out of business, you don't have that. Give me 15 or 20 minutes to go over something with you. That's number 1. Number 2, our race and our society will easily and quickly tell you, oh, my mama and grandma got us covered. They believed in insurance. My mama got all that taken care of. Okay, congratulations. When is the last time y'all reviewed that policy?
Right.
Absolutely.
Because if your mama got on you, how old was you? Did she get it 30, 40 years ago? So that $2,000 or $2,500 that your mama got on you 40 years ago won't make it today, baby.
No, don't do it.
Number 3 is what you're saying, Mr. Tony. Number 3 is our race think it's taboo. They don't want to talk about it.
Nope.
So if you can't handle the
Yep.
taboo and they don't want to discuss that, if you don't have a follow, and I tell them real quick, listen, I don't have a heaven or hell to put you in. It's 8 billion people on the planet Earth. You're going to get out of here one day. One thing we all got in common, you're going to have to get out of here one day.
There you
Expiration.
go.
Matter of fact, I tell them real quick, this policy that I'm putting you on, it is not for you.
Mm-mm.
It's for your loved one, the one that you said that you love. That 16-year-old boy I just walked through there. Your wife that's in the kitchen. This policy is on the worst day of their life.
For them.
On the worst day of their life. Now
That's
they
it.
ain't got to sit up and see how they gonna come up with $12,000, $15,000, $20,000 in 3 to 5 days.
And that's it.
Yep.
And then number 4, let me give you number 4. I told you it was 4 things. 1 is you got to be able to deal with it. They feel like they already have it. 2, they feel like a mama or grandmother, grandfather, somebody bleeding insurance, and they got it for you. 3 is taboo. We don't want to discuss that or talk about it. 4 is they feel like they can't afford it. Because when you mention the word insurance, the average person relate that to the highest insurance that's out there, which is car insurance.
Right.
We can tailor policies to fit your
Right.
budget. I have written a lot of $9, $10, $12 policies, $20 a policy. We can tailor life insurance to fit your budget.
Well, some of the people with that,
Absolutely.
because the policy, what they pay on the policy, they can't see it. It's not something instant for them, even though they have it and it's security for their loved one, they can't see it. So they feel like they're not benefiting from it. But
100%. And I tell them all the time they pay for that car insurance that they hope
Right.
they never use.
You're right. And then
Don't nobody leave out and say, hell, I wish I could have a car accident today. I want to use this insurance.
Absolutely.
I
Sure, you're
remember
right.
probably about 10 years ago, I was talking to this lady. She was a pharmacy rep, and me and her was talking. And so she said, if I had life insurance, I said, yeah, I have it. I said, I have it with my job, probably about 15 years ago. I have it with my job. She said, so you don't have it? I said, no, I have life insurance with my job. She said, well, you don't have it. She said, because if, just like you said, if something happens, this job ends, you quit, you leave, you don't have it.
You don't have it.
It's best that you get an outside policy so you're still covered. Like that, she said,
100%.
never have one policy. Do not rely on your job for life insurance policy. And when she
Tony,
said the very next day, I went and got another policy.
Tony, let me say this too for your listening audience.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people feel like that they got the best job in the world and their job has the best benefits. And everybody that takes a job, and maybe you guys have run across some people, but everybody I know that have taken a job, the first thing they looking for, hopefully, is the day they can retire.
That's it.
I hadn't met nobody that said, I want to work on this job till I die. No, I'm looking for the day that I can get out of here. That's me. Maybe y'all didn't come across some people that say, I want to work on this job. And matter of fact, just wheel me out of here. Everybody looking for the day that they can retire. And most people think, well, if I retire from this job, then they're going to continue to pay my insurance.
Oh, no.
What job in America can afford to pay your insurance when you retire? So who insurance they going to pay? Yours or the person that took your place? Which one you think they're going to pay?
Your
Exactly.
replacement.
Absolutely.
Because now let's look at it. People are living longer. So sometimes it can be 3 people that done retired out of your position. Who you think they're going to pay? The 3 people that done retired or the person that's working there?
Right.
Right.
You got to get you some insurance, get you some coverage.
Yeah.
That can remain with you the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Yep. Get it and keep it. I seen one of my
100%.
friend of mine. Hey, we had one of my subcontractors came and looked at a job for me at the dealership, and on his way leaving, he had a car accident. I mean, probably 200 yards away. He didn't have car insurance.
Wow.
I'm like, what do you?
Right.
And you know better. You know better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You out here calling yourself in business. You're doing this. You have to cover yourself. Like you say, your life insurance. cover you. You out here living. You out here doing. You know what I'm saying? Day to day,
and,
cover
and,
your
and
family.
And I tell people all the time, especially ones that say it's taboo, I tell them all the time, listen, give me 15, 20 minutes. Let's go ahead and take care of this. And then go and live the rest of your life. Go and
Right.
enjoy life.
That's it.
Take care of
That's
this.
it.
Give me 15, 20 minutes, maybe 1 hour, and then go on and enjoy the rest of your life. Because you
Rest
know
of
this
your life.
part is taken care of.
Take
And
care
we
of your
as black men and fathers and husbands and all of that and family men, it's nothing like knowing you got your
Mm,
responsibility taken care of. That's a good
absolutely.
feeling for a father to know that my responsibilities are taken care of.
right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We
Dale,
deal with a lot.
during the government shutdown, did you guys feel any of that in any of your businesses? Did that impact you in any way?
The government shut down.
Yes.
It it impacted my mortgage business tremendously. It didn't really impact the insurance side, but it impacted the mortgage business tremendously simply because a lot of my programs on the mortgage side is government funded. So when he closed the when he closed the government down, um, and let me say this: a lot of real estate professionals and mortgage professionals they don't talk a lot about that. They bring up a lot of the airport workers and things like that. But at one time I couldn't close loans, and so I had deals falling apart. I had sellers that had to put their house back on the market and things of that nature because they couldn't afford to wait. They had to put it back just in case a cash buyer come through. So
Right.
all your also when the government was shut down, I couldn't get a FHA case number. We couldn't get flood insurance. All of
Mm.
that
Wow.
is government written products and stuff like that. USDA rural development was shut all the way down. That's a 100% government ran program. And
Right.
then when they opened back up, USDA was so far behind,
Yeah.
it was
Hmm.
probably about 30 days before they can get down to write your loan.
Mm.
Wow.
So yeah, that it hurts tremendously on that. Every time the
So
government shut down, it hurts
so
mortgage professionals tremendously.
so you would tell the audience and us also, and a way to prepare for if we have another COVID or government shutdown, that a way to get ready is have your business fixed, have you some insurance, because this insurance that you educate about is you can pull down. Sometimes you can pull down money, right?
So I specialize in whole life insurance or universal insurance, and so whole life insurance does have a cash value. And yes, 100%. That whole life insurance you can borrow against it or pull down off of that whole life insurance that you may can go for a little while. Now it takes a little time to build up what they call cash value in it, but yes, whole life insurance does have cash value that you most certainly can pull down at the time of need. So you want
Okay.
to make sure you're in the right policy, something that's building cash value. Now, I believe in all insurance, and if you ain't got nothing but a term policy, then most certainly get a term. I believe that everybody that can afford it should have a term policy and a whole life policy. And
Right.
so, but term policy, once you learn it, everything's about education. So you just have to understand that a term policy doesn't build cash value, but it most certainly has a need. So I have nothing negative at all to say about a term policy. Once again, I believe that everyone that can afford it should have a term policy and a whole life policy. Now, if it comes down to affordability, and you can't afford but one, then I think you should go with something with a whole policy because that whole policy is going to remain the same the rest of your life. A term policy is just what it says. It's going to terminate one day. That's why it's called a term. It's only
Mm,
for a certain period of time. It has a
wow.
term to it. And so that term policy is not going to be there for the duration of life. You probably didn't heard that you can outlive your policy. That's
Mm.
called a term.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Mm. What what are some of the key factors, man, that you would say that uh, uh or a person just getting wanting to get some insurance right now? What are some of the things they need to look at for just basic, just getting started?
Well, first of all, everybody should establish a budget. We sometimes we do stuff too much on impulse. We do too much on impulse. And so that's why you get in a policy and you let it lapse, or you had to let it cancel because you can't afford it, because you didn't do a set of budget before you even went and got it. So every person, because of your budget, ought to know what you can spend. Because remember, I said earlier, we can structure a policy to fit your budget, but you need to know what your budget is.
Right.
You need to know what your true budget is. And if you can only afford $35 a month consistently on an insurance policy, then tell your agent that.
Yeah.
They don't need to get an $80 policy a month, and you can't keep it but 3-4 months and have to let it lapse.
Absolutely.
So the first thing that you want to do for anyone is sit down and establish a budget. Now, this number 2 is we offer coverage for everything except someone that's currently in the hospital. So for those, we treat everything. Let me say that again. A Sherman Agency and Associates have a policy for everything except someone that is currently in the hospital. So hospice, sickle cells, diabetes, stroke, cancer, breast cancer, all of that. We got policies to cover all of that. Okay.
Wow.
The only thing that we cannot cover is someone that is currently in the hospital. So now you want to make sure you have the right agency then possibly that can cover some of the things that you may have going on in life. Because keep this in mind, especially on our side of the tracks, we wait till something happen. We've been diagnosed with something. We've been the family been got something, and now we want to run out and try to get something, which is fine. Come on and see me, but we wait to things. We're still doing too much reacting instead of proacting.
Now does that,
Absolutely.
when you say you can cover anybody with
Absolutely.
except people that are
Dale,
hospitalized?
what are I know
Well,
you
hold on, Zeke. I guess you still can't hear Tony. Come
I
on, Tony.
can't hear Tom. I'm sorry, Tony.
I mediate. Tony,
Yeah,
your
media.
turn.
So when you said you can cover anybody except for those that are being hospitalized, now does that affect the premium as far as the
Yes.
premium?
So the premium of our policies is determined by a person's age, number 1.
Mhm.
Number 2, the medication that they're taking.
Okay. Right. That's what
And so if your sickness or whatever has you on a medication, we're going to do a prescription check or medication check that also have a determination on the price of your policy. But if you can't afford but $35 a month, and that's what you can afford, then get whatever $35 about, because any coverage is better than having none at all. I promise you, your family rather $8, $9, $10,000 hit the table than nothing hit it.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
Mr. Hempstead, your question?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Hempstead, your turn. I apologize. Hempstead.
Well, go ahead, Tony. Tony, if you do me a favor, I'm gonna go out and come back in. Maybe you'll be able to, because I wanna be able to hear you.
Okay.
I'll be right back, guys. Go ahead.
So I'm just gonna ask some of these viewer questions until Zeke get back in. So we have this one right here. This one's from Humble Brag 21, and they state, "What advice would you give someone who keeps getting denied for a home loan but still wants to become a homeowner?"
To call First Financial Mortgage Capital at 870-675-8471. That number again is going to be 870-675-8471. We don't turn anybody down. You get an approval or you get a plan, period. 870-675-8471. We don't turn it down. You get an approval or a plan. We will walk you through whatever situation that's going on in your life that has been causing you to get denied.
Humble Brag, you're one step closer to being a homeowner. Call the number.
That's it.
The next question is from Marquise Matter. With today's market and interest rates, would you recommend buying now or waiting until rates potentially go down?
You do not know when rates are going to potentially go down. That is not a science or market. You buy a home as soon and as whenever you can. Okay. Any interest rate. Listen, hold on. Let me say this again. Hold on. Let me slow down. If you're looking to become a homeowner, any interest rate is better than renting.
I believe it. I
Any
believe that.
interest rate is
Absolutely.
better than renting if you want to become a homeowner. We
Right.
don't have a science when rates are going to go down.
Yes.
If you buy now and rates go down, you can refinance and we'll lower your rate. Become a homeowner. Now, let me share this with you. Hopefully, you all are listening. This is important. This is important. I need everybody to pay attention. When rates go up, the qualifications to buy comes down. They have to lighten them a little bit.
Yeah.
When that rate drops down, everybody waiting on that 2 and 3%, you probably won't even qualify. The qualification is gonna be so tough and hard. They ain't gonna let
Mm,
anybody just have that money at a 2 and 3%. So
absolutely.
when rates go up they coming down a little bit. When rates was 7, I was doing 100% lending at 5 at F credit. When
Mm.
rates go up, the qualifications to buy come down. So won't you buy if you on the line? You got challenges, you got problems. Why these rates? They kind of middle now, but why these rates is a little bit higher? Then come on, we'll refinance you and lower your rate. Get you something you can afford now.
Right.
But
Exactly.
most certainly, while the market is relaxed, come on and buy.
Absolutely.
Now,
Absolutely.
now let me ask another question. That someone was telling me this. I had a friend. She lived in a neighborhood, and something I want to say maybe her insurance or something she or her more something kept going up because she said that every year that they take a report from the police department, if they got a lot of calls to that area or there was a lot of things going on in that area like that to make the neighborhood, the value of the neighborhood goes down, then something of hers increased.
Okay, so sometimes it's very unusual, but I have heard that sometimes it's a place in Atlanta, Georgia, a neighborhood in Atlanta, Georgia. If the crime and stuff keep going up in that neighborhood, the cost of insurance and to
That's
insure
what it
those
was.
homes
Yeah.
keeps going up. I don't know where she live and if that's a problem. But yes, insurance sometimes can be determined by the the quality of the neighborhood or
Yeah.
the crime in the neighborhood. I have heard of that. I
Yeah.
have
It
heard of
wasn't
that.
she wasn't in a good neighborhood, not just associated to that
Okay.
it was a high crime
Matter of
rate.
fact, I don't mean to cut you off, Mr. Stone, but I had a deal in Atlanta, Georgia, where the insurance company wouldn't even cover that neighborhood
Mm.
at any rate, at any money. That's oh wow, I
Mm,
ain't never seen
wow.
where y'all said no. They wouldn't
Pretty
even give a
bad.
price.
That's
No.
pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Yeah.
And then I had another friend. She bought a home in a prominent area. It was like a new development, but it was a real
Okay.
prominent area. That year, the following year, it became one of the worst neighborhoods. One of the worst neighborhoods, and she couldn't
Yeah.
get out the home because nobody would buy it. So she let it foreclose because she couldn't get
Mm,
out
Well,
of
I mean, it's a lot of factors to that, and a lot of that is, I guess, if the neighborhood went to shambles like that, then that's your city officials. I mean, so we can't get enough policing in that area,
it.
enough
exactly.
somebody to
Thank
slow
you.
this down. So we're just gonna let the whole neighborhood crumble.
Come on. Come on.
I know we got those neighborhood, those redlining neighborhoods, but wow, if the neighborhood was once that prominent, and you're talking about in a year's time, it canceled and went under, that's your city officials and somebody, the mayor or some. My opinion. I'm sorry, my opinion,
Yeah,
because I don't
Yep.
know why it went under, but that's
but
that the neighborhood couldn't have come together and slowed that down. My
well,
opinion.
it was one of the neighborhoods that was not a good neighborhood, and they kind of like what regentified the neighborhood
Right.
to try to get it back together like that. But then it's like the street behind her became a very drug infested street behind her,
Okay. And it
and so
just it spilled on over, kept spilling
it
on over,
spilled over. Yeah, and
kept
then
spilling on over.
home
Okay.
was broke. Her home was broken into while her and her
Well,
child was
and
in it.
at the end of the day, let's just be honest now. If they don't want if they don't want something to happen in the neighborhood, the right people will stop it. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
should be real. This is a real show, ain't it?
yeah, it is.
So,
Real. For real.
so I can take you to some neighborhoods. First of all, we as a race don't do nothing but tear up our own neighborhoods. Why we don't go do that stuff over in other neighborhoods?
Exactly.
I wasn't gonna say that.
You're
Yeah,
right.
it was us tearing up our own neighborhood. That was probably us.
Yeah.
Go,
Well,
yeah, go
I,
shoot over, yeah, go over there and have your fight. Meet me
Exactly.
over in Beverly Hills. Let me whoop your tail. Meet me on the corner of Beverly Hills and Chenal, and let me whoop your tail.
Yeah.
they're not gonna do that.
Yeah. No.
They're not gonna do that because I
No.
Yeah,
remember a long time ago when I did live in Little Rock. A long time ago, West Little Rock was kind of like a premium area,
it
like
still is.
Rodney Parham. When you go out further, you go a little further because Rodney Parham, where Rodney Parham Reservoir used to be an area where you just saw people walking their dogs, exercising and stuff. Now
Mm-hmm.
it's not the same. You
Yeah,
have
you
to
had to go a little
turn
deeper.
the
Yeah,
house.
You had to go a few more blocks over now.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Have to go 3 more blocks
Yeah,
over.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, get out of that. And not like, it's like Maumelle used to be another prominent area, at one
yeah.
point. Then a
My
lot
mail
of
still hold. It's still holding a little bit in my mail. My mail is
yeah,
still holding on. We do quite a business in my mail, so it still
mhm,
got some area. But the truth of the matter, fella, we know every city got some areas.
right.
Every city got
Absolutely.
some areas, but they still hold.
Absolutely.
My mail is still holding on pretty tough. And then of course way on out in West Little Rock.
Of course, yeah, yeah,
Quick question, Dale. Don't mean to bring you guys out of Little Rock, but had a homeowner that purchased a home, did not get an inspection on the home. Home ended up having covered up foundation damage. Is there anything they can do after that, or is it
Not
just
not
it's just
not
on
toward
them?
not towards the sellers. There's nothing that you can hold responsible, or try to put that back on the sellers, because they give you the opportunity. Most of them, the time they give you opportunity to get a home inspection. Okay, that's number one. Well, that if you turn that down, that's kind of your first line.
Oh
And that
yeah,
home inspection is $350 to $400, maybe $500. And if you're trying to protect the $300,000 investment, what's $400 to protect that?
right,
So that's your
absolutely.
first line of doing that. After that, hopefully you got enough insurance in place that'll help you with some foundational issues or some things of that nature. Because even a lot of the insurance companies eventually is going to come out and do their own inspection. If they don't catch it, then maybe you can file a claim and get some help with that. But to go back towards the seller, or anything like that, here it is, you'd have to have ironclad documentation and proof that they knew about it and didn't disclose it.
right,
And it's hard to get that proof after the sale that they didn't disclose something. First of all, you have to have proof when the damage started or when the damage originated, and then you have to also prove that they knew about it.
Yeah,
And it's tough to do that. So that's just the honest answer. If you deny that home inspection, that's kind of your only line of defense for that.
that's the bottom line. So if you buy a home, please get you an
Mhm.
inspection.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I know some people have an issue disclosing their income because for whatever reason that is, when they're trying to get something, they don't want to disclose their income. I know a young lady who went into home ownership. They got the house and they did the preliminary everything. She got approved and stuff but she submitted fraudulent documents. But then
Mhm.
on the tail end, they asked her for an official transcript from the IRS, and so that
Okay.
displayed her accurate income, which was way less than what she had originally reported. So she just left the deal on the table because she didn't
Right.
want them to know that she lied. So, and I just told her, why would you even lie about that in the beginning? Because at some point they were going to ask for something official, their official transcript.
So it's 5 ways of proven income that we have to get as loan officers and mortgage brokers. Some programs don't require all of them, but it's 5 ways of proven income, and it's 100% to make sure the things that you just said was going to happen. Number one is going to be your check stubs, and this is in order. One is check stubs, two is W-2s, three is tax returns, four is tax transcripts, five is a verification of employment from your actual employee. And so if you got those 5 things, that should all tie in together and eliminate fraud.
Right, right,
Now, it's some programs out there, and listen to me carefully. It is some programs out there and some loans out there that you can get that you don't have to show income. So
mm.
she's just on the wrong program.
Yeah, she
There's
was
some programs out there that will allow you to show the documentation that you desire to show. So her loan officer, if she, first of all, let me say this. Here it is right here. And Zacomo can attest to this. if you hadn't built a relationship or got a referral or something from a loan officer that you can't trust to be 100% transparent with, you're probably at the wrong place. You got to trust your loan officer and be 100% transparent with your loan officer so they can find the right program for you. So if that has not happened, then you're at the wrong place. And I would like to suggest to you First Financial Mortgage Capital at 870-675-8471. Once again, that's First Financial Mortgage Capital that will listen to you, that you can have an honest conversation with, that's going to be a private conversation, because it has to be very private.
Right.
Has to be fair. I can't share your information with just the public and things of that nature. So if you're not comfortable with your loan officer that you can be 100% transparent with, so he can make sure that he's putting you in the right loan and in the right situation, so you don't have to walk away from the table and leave your approval on the table.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I do know this is a conversation that you just can't box it in 1 hour. You
Right.
just can't box it in 1 hour. It's an ongoing conversation that can go on and on and on and on. But what do you want to leave with people? The most important thing you want to leave with people, besides of course, with your telephone and your contact information.
Okay. One. First of all, and I'm gonna leave two things. I'm gonna leave one with each industry. On the mortgage side, once again, the one thing I want to leave: if you want to be a homeowner, then you can. There's enough things out there. Find the right company, the right loan officer that will listen to you and get your needs. And don't give up. If you give up, you'll never get there.
Yeah.
The only way you can finish a race is you got to start it. That's number one. Number two, on our insurance side, on life insurance, once again, find the right company, the right life insurance agent that can take care of your needs. Your family, with the life insurance is not for you. It's for your loved ones, the one you say you love, the ones you say you care about. Any coverage is better than no coverage at all. Get something that you can afford. Leave it in a place that your family know about it, so they can get to it at that time. And we love you. God bless you. And get something that'll take care of you and your family.
Yeah. Zeke, you have any closing words?
Dale, man, we appreciate you for coming to spread some good news. Like I said, we got to do a part 2 one day. You know, like I said, because like Anthony and Tony said, we cannot box mortgage, insurance, life insurance, and you can't box that in. It's broad, very broad. So we will see you next time for part 2. We appreciate you again, Tony. Thank you. JAZS Chronicles followers and watchers, hey, we thank you guys for watching. God bless.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dale. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dale.
Y'all have a good night.
You too.